Good intentions lead to good outcomes. It was a quiet summer afternoon in the English countryside. In the small village of Maplewood, life flowed calmly. Neighbors greeted each other with warm smiles, children played in the meadows, and the scent of fresh tea drifted from cottage windows. Everything was just as it had always been, peaceful and predictable. But that day brought something different. A sleek black car appeared on the dusty village road, an unusual sight for the locals. It slowly made its way through the narrow path and came to a stop in front of an old, abandoned cottage at the edge of the village. The building had clearly been empty for years, its windows were dusty, the gate rusted, and weeds had claimed the front garden. A man stepped out of the car. Dressed smartly in city fashion, wearing dark sunglasses, and carrying the air of someone used to being in charge, he nonetheless looked tired, as if he carried something heavy inside. He opened the gate gently and stood there for a moment, taking in the view. The villagers watched with curiosity. Who was this stranger? And why had he come to this forgotten house? Among them was Mr. George Bennett, a retired schoolteacher known for his wisdom and kindness. George had lived in Maplewood his whole life and was considered the soul of the village. Seeing the newcomer, he didn't hesitate to approach. "Good afternoon," he said with a warm smile. "Need any help?" The man turned, a bit surprised by the friendly gesture. "Hello," he replied. "My name's William. I grew up in this house. My parents lived here before they passed away. I moved to London when I was young. Now, I just felt I had to come back." "Well then, welcome home," George said kindly. "This village remembers its own. If you're here with a good heart, you'll find nothing but kindness around." That simple statement seemed to touch something in William. He nodded slowly, a faint smile appearing on his face. In the days that followed, the villagers, inspired by George's example, began to help William without being asked. Sarah, the baker, brought him warm bread in the mornings. Thomas, the carpenter, offered to help repair the roof. Even the village children came by to pull weeds and paint fences. William was amazed. In London, no one helped without a contract, a payment, or a favor in return. Here, people gave out of kindness, without asking why, or what they'd get in return. One evening, while sipping tea with George, William asked the question that had been bothering him. "Why are you doing all this? You don't even know me." George looked at him and smiled, his voice calm and full of meaning. "Because you came back with a good heart. That matters. You see, around here, we believe good intentions don't go unnoticed. When you come with kindness, you attract kindness in return. That's the way of life." William had never thought like that. His life in the city had been driven by ambition, deals, and profit. But this place, this quiet village, was teaching him something new. Not just how to fix a roof or pull weeds, but how to reconnect with humanity. By the end of 2 weeks, William had begun to change. He not only restored the cottage, but also sponsored new books and supplies for the village school. He didn't announce it or look for credit, he simply did what felt right. On the day of his departure, he hugged George tightly and whispered, "You've changed me, sir. Thank you. I'll remember this place for the rest of my life." Months passed. Autumn colored the trees of Maplewood gold and red. Life went on as usual, until one day a large envelope arrived at the village school, addressed to George Bennett. Inside was a letter and some official documents. "Dear Mr. Bennett, I hope this letter finds you well. After returning to London, I couldn't stop thinking about Maplewood. The kindness I received, the values I learned, they reshaped my life. I've decided to fund the construction of a new school building in the village. It's a small gift compared to what you gave me, a new way of seeing the world. With deepest gratitude, William Anderson." When George finished reading, his eyes were misty. He folded the letter carefully and said softly, "Good intentions never go to waste."